So now that I have your attention, let's talk about the new Supra, or lack thereof. Okay, so before we jump into it, I had to go get a different hat. I had to. The rip hat, it just wasn't gonna cut it today. And for some reason, over the last few videos, my hats, how I wear my hats, what hats they are, seems to be a big thing for you guys to comment on. So I drive a boat, right? Well, today we got the captain's hat on. So ahoy, fuckers, let's get into it. Today we're gonna talk about the FT1, the Supra Mark V, the Supra 2020, and the biggest flop since the NSX. Because goddamn, it's ugly. The only other name I think you could give this car at this point is the FRS Mark II. You're welcome, Toyota. But before we jump into the specs and what everyone's noticed in this apparently leaked video, come on guys, this leaked video, let's talk about the history of the original Supra first. And I ain't even got to say anything. Let's just show you some video.
Pop the hood. 2JZ engine, no shit.
And what did I tell you?
I retract my previous statement.
You know what?
Now, did you see that? That was amazing. That is the Supra. I mean, twin turbo, badass, crazy modified, like can take a ridiculous amount of power. You got single turbos that are running giant setups that are killing the streets. I mean, these things have run tracks. Texas 2K started around Supras. Like, it's mind-boggling the amount of almost cult-like religious activity around this platform. People go nuts for them. You got non-molested Mark IVs now that are going for $100,000 plus. Like, that's insane. Your Prius ain't gonna do that. But back in 2014, I got to see in person at the last Cars and Coffee in Irvine. I got to see the FT1 concept in person. It was gorgeous. There was not a motor in it. It had to be pushed off of the truck. But the lines in it, just the amount of detail that was in this car was spectacular. And it was one of those that, like every car guy, when you see a new concept, you kind of go, wow, right? That is amazing. And then you see it in person, and the creators have to dull down the lines, and they have to shorten the wheelbase. And, you know, this piece of the design had to be taken out, and then this had to be removed, and you know, we had to add this due to US safety spec, and it just waters it down. And it's no different this time. So the new Supra, the FT1, I mean, now it's you know what, just look at it yourself. Let me give you a good 5 seconds to let you look at this real quick. So you see that, right? The old compared to the new. And it's not the same. It's not even close to the same. It literally looks like an FRS with a body kit. You could take an Infiniti Q50, right? Slam it into the back of a 370, and that 370 hit a Miata and that is the new Supra. I am not impressed, not even slightly. I had an FRS before the Challenger. Love the car, love the platform, thing handled like a monster. Canyon carved with it all the time. Great car. But for them to do another car on the same platform pretty much and make it just look like a modified version, like it looks like a Liberty Walk went on there and they forgot the wide fenders. Like, it's just not good. So the specs haven't been confirmed yet, but what we do know is that it's going to have a ZF transmission. So specs have not been confirmed yet, but we have uncovered documents from the transmission supplier ZF that indicate that the Supra 6 will offer 335 horsepower at the crank. This is from BMW single turbo 3-liter B58B30 unit, the same found in the M240i and many other cars from the German brand. Those documents are from ZF also indicate that the Supra will get a 4-cylinder option too, specifically BMW's turbocharged 2-liter codenamed the B48B20, which will make 262 horsepower. Also rumors that this thing is going to have a hybrid counterpart. Okay, so to put this into context, when the BRZ and the FRS came out, that was literally Toyota and Subaru working together. There is not a part on the FRS you could take off that does not have a Subaru stamp, and vice versa. So now Toyota was like, hey, we do not have a power plant for this thing. We can't do another 2JZ. Let's hit up BMW. And that's exactly what they did. And BMW spearheaded the drivetrain on this thing. I mean, in all directions. ZF, I can't complain about ZF. I have one of those in my car. Yeah, the one I have is broken right now. And in the next video, you'll get an update on that because there's some big news coming from that. But between the looks, between the power options, it's going to be really interesting to see if they listen to their enthusiast, and by they I mean Toyota, listen to their enthusiast and allow them to modify. The market's going to be wide open. This is a brand new platform and it's a proven motor, so it should be able to take power. But do I think it's a Supra? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, again, I mentioned the NSX earlier. That's another car that came out that was a giant flop. Yes, I watched Super Speeder Rob's video a little while ago, and I mean, he hit that nail on the head. Absolutely. Like, it's uncanny how these brands that had this cult following in the 90s now, they have no clue what their people want. You do not want a short-based Miata FRS look-alike with tiny motors. We don't. I mean, that's coming from somebody who has a tiny motor. Like, I'm only running a 3.6, but you're going a 3-liter. Like, hopefully it sounds good. Hopefully the unveiling is a little bit different than this leaked video, but... Oh, you haven't seen the leaked video yet, have you? Let's show you.
Lovers are waiting for Supra. I think we need a Supra story again.
Fuck.
So there you go, guys. There's the apparent leaked video. Let me tell you something. As a marketing guy, that was not leaked. That was released. Nobody, especially in a corporation as big as Toyota, is going to allow something to be leaked. That was to make you guys happy. That was to get you hyped for the Detroit Motor Show. That was to get you just ready for this release, right? But what they don't realize they did was just underwhelm. So in the comments below, do me a favor and tell me what your best rendition is, what you think this thing looks like, because it damn sure don't look like a Supra. I mean, I look forward to the comments, but I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one. As somebody who's into all cars, not just one, the Supra is one of those that I've never really had a huge need for, but I've always respected it. And Yeah, Toyota, I think you dropped the ball on this one. So leave your comments below. Tell me what you think about it. Like, share, subscribe, and you guys stay savage.
Stay in the life of me.